Let's try this a second time. All right, so this is the frontier of our little place. From just before that tree all the way over to that box that the wind blew. That is my greens garden. It's quite, I know it's hard to tell on this video, but it's larger than it looks. I grow enough greens and carrots and beets and things like that just out of that garden that I can supply 15 families. So anyways, this here is the future site of my 20 by 12 greenhouse, which is going to be made from these windows and patio doors. We're literally going to make walls out of the windows, and it's going to be really warm. I can't wait. That's going to get started. I tried starting it myself, but then I realized each one of those windows is about 100-150 pounds, and I wasn't going to be lifting those over my head anytime soon. So, oh, look at the pigs are crying. They think they're starving, and they're not. This is the winter home for the large black Hereford crosses. Hey guys, it's kind of messy, so I ask you guys all to have an imagination, because it's winter and it's hard to see beauty in the midst of all of this right now, but it's still pretty with the snow. So that back there, from that corner to that corner, is one of my gardens. I did not, I got scared, that's funny. I did not plant it last summer. I planted it the summer before. We had pigs in there last spring. They cleaned it out, and I'm going to be putting pigs in there in this spring again to clean out all the weeds and stuff, and then that'll get planted. Oh, there's a little cardinal back there. But anyways, over here we're going to have a couple 20 by 16 farrowing pens for winter months for next year. Normally the summer months we farrow out on pasture and grass. And this is Brutus. He says hello, and please don't mind our barrels, and just everything's old here. We haven't had a lot of time to put work into this. Everything's repurposed, and that's our chicken coop there. Works great for us. Needs a new roof on it, but it's good. Here's our pigs. One, and there is their calf hutch that they use for shelter, and we had a terrible wet fall here, so they got Ruby. You keep scaring the piggies, silly. Don't they just see her and they get scared? This is our sweet one here. Say hi. So anyways, as I said in the message to you girls from Ohio and anybody else that's listening, we allow our animals to be animals. We believe God made these animals to survive when humans can't, and I mean it, because like today, right now, I'm freezing, but they are fat and sassy, as you can see. Summer months, they are out on pasture/woods. They're trained to electric fence, and they get moved on a 15 acres throughout the summer. And then we have our American guinea hogs over here. Hey guys, there's Chief, the big fella on the left, and Sally on the right. And these two are feeders that are going off to butcher in a couple weeks. So both of these sections here, I don't know if you can imagine it, but this section here, I'm going to be practicing permaculture methods. This will be transformed next summer into a oasis of beauty and food for chickens. I'm planting cover crop with natural grasses, comfrey. Along that edge will be raspberries, and we'll be doing some things. And there's my lady sitting up in the window over there. This over here will be the pumpkin and squash area this here, and that's their calf hutch that they broke. They were sassy this year, but they actually burrowed down in the ground there, and they're as warm as can be. These guys are so So hardy, it's beyond. I mean, I go in there and it's 30 below and they're sweating. So that's this area. But this will all be transformed and stuff like that. So there's Goofy. Say hi, Goosey. Hi, Goosey. Yeah, there she is. We'll come back over here. Now there's I gotta get my trailer back to my grandpa, but there's the heater that's going in the greenhouse. I'll try to do this quick, stay under 15 minutes this time. This field back over here, I gotta switch my hands, it's really cold. This field over here is about 5 acres. This will be planted, we're hoping, for orchard, permanent raised beds with 15 to 20 feet in between. There will be chickens ran in between the beds with the electric fence, and this will be a beautiful site. And again, we will implement permaculture methods to maintain the topsoil, to sow back into the topsoil and just replenish what it has been years of farming. So that's a beautiful area there. That garden back there that I just showed you, that's about a half acre there. This one here is about an eighth. This is, I know it's hard to tell in video, but it's a lot bigger than it looks. And we'll make our way over to the other garden. Having fun, Sweet Pea? It's kind of cold today, isn't it? Alright. I won't be taking anybody in the barn because that old beast has got to come down. Anybody who knows me knows I love old barns, but it's beyond repair and it's dangerous. So got some projects going on, so things aren't as neat as I would like them, but it is what it is. I pretty much do a lot. There's some bunny hunches and there's some more in the barn, but pretty much do everything myself, so can only do what I can do. And for this winter, there's our goats, our dairy goats. There's Madeline. Yeah, this is my fellow Ned. He's a lover. He's been in parades and kids love him. And there's our youngest one. They're all pregnant. So, all right. So over here is the back garden. The pails, the wind grabbed some of my pails. Over here we have on the back there the most important thing, compost piles and manure. But it's hard to see, but this goes all the way back to there, and this is actually a full acre. You know, it doesn't look like it, but it is. One thing I am focused on doing is not necessarily growing big with gardens. My goal is to have a full 3 acres within 5 years, but you can grow enough food off of 1 acre for 50 families if it's done right. And so my goal, first and foremost, is to grow good before I grow big, is to really prosper off of what the Lord has blessed us with and be content with that and grow from there. These trees back here that aren't supposed to be growing out of the foundation of the barn will be coming down and being used for lattice fence and things like that throughout acreage. Down here, we hope one day to expand and have everything right there. The pigs, hopefully one day we had sheep at one time. We want to get back into sheep. We miss having sheep. So and I should explain what we do. Each row starts here all the way from, it starts here, goes to there, and each row is 4 foot wide, and then we have 3.5 feet in between. So what we do with that, and this is actually about up at the top. It's actually 75, 80 feet from there to there, and this is about 55 or 60 feet. What we try to do is have that grass in between, and we run chickens up and up and down, up and down, up and down, in between the garden rows all summer long. The chickens do not touch the permanent raised bed that the food is raised in. But in doing that, we're able to save our topsoil so it doesn't wash away, and also just sow that nutrients back in. And it's our goal that we become no-till. We're kind of semi-till now, but it takes a good 5 years to get to that point. So this is the back garden, and here's the backyard of our house. We have, I think, we have 10 beautiful maple trees on the property, which, if I was just making maple syrup for ourselves, that's absolutely plenty. Actually, 4 maple trees is enough for a family. So we do that. And from these trees, my grandfather always is open for me tapping trees out in his woods. But last year and this coming year, I actually have been tapping at my neighbor's, which is right there. She owns 10 acres on the other side that is all maple. She said we could tap as many as we want, which is wonderful because then I don't have to drive 5 minutes away. But this is the backyard. It's planned that this will all be producing food, every square inch of it. It'll take some time, but we need to open this up, get some light back here, and we already got, because we took down a big black oak. You can see it down there, and that's where the base was. But I want permanent raised beds through this whole thing, and it'll be a beautiful sight. I look at a tree and it's like, if it isn't producing food, I want it to go. So and we'll go over to the front here. This is Homestead has been here for over 100 years. The house is old. Family that lived here before. On this older part of the house, that's the extension. They raised like, oh gosh, I can't remember, it was 10 or 15 kids in a small area. But anyways, here's the black maple that we took down in the fall. We still got to get picked up. Some of it will be made into lumber and utilized, and others will just be burnt. But over here, there's a heirloom apple tree, and this little area up here, now that that's cleared out, and we got to take down some more trees. I would like to plant, I'm thinking about planting some more apples and things like that here. I just want every square inch to be producing. And then of course we're back to where we started, at the side over here where my greens garden is. And I guess I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If I had to say one thing, I would say this: be encouraged, have vision. What seems kind of plain and mundane to the eye today can be just a oasis and paradise within 3 to 5 years. Practice good, humane animal husbandry. Let your animals be animals. God made them to survive when humans couldn't, and I'm not kidding you. Let them be on pasture, let them be in woods. Raise your chickens out on grass. And your turkeys, turkeys and all that, and chickens and everything, basically free ranges here, except when we have to put it away. When they get in trouble, they get in the way. So, but all right, I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Rose of Sharon Homestead, and we're looking forward to 2016 CSA season. It's going to be great and very, very abundant. We know it. All right, thank you.